Hello everybody, Jason from Rockhounding Life here. Today I thought I would do a cutting video. It's been a while since we did a straight up cutting video where I show you just the results, no polishing. We just cut a bunch of rocks and we discover what they look like together. So I thought I would do that today. It's been a while. I picked out some really cool specimens here for us to do this with today from different areas of Nova Scotia. First, this group of rocks here are all from the Lobster hole. You guys are probably familiar with our Lobster hole trips. If you're not, I encourage you to go back into our video library. There's lots of Lobster hole videos. You see us collecting a lot of this material. I'm going to be cutting some of this today. As you can see, it's always full of nice red, flamey action seam agate. It's really cool stuff, really beautiful. The thing that sticks out with these Lobster hole seam agates is the red flame you get on the edges of the basalt and the dark chalcedony middle. Sometimes you get some really cool banded pieces like this. That one's going to look pretty cool. It already looks cool not cut, but we'll see what it looks like cut. So yeah, Lobster hole pieces today. The goal with all of this stuff is probably going to use it for tumbling material or cabbing, so making keychains and pendants, things like that. So it all has to get cut anyway, so we're going to do it today together. This piece here is, I believe, tree rock. Picked this one out because I got some really nice banding going on in this one. I think that'll make some nice cabs for keychains. So we'll cut up that, see how badly fractured it is. That's kind of why I'm interested in cutting them, is I think there's some fractures in this, but we'll see. We'll cut it, take a look. This material here is Blominat material. So Blominat is another area on the Cape split. It's exactly opposite of the Cape to the Lobster hole stuff. I don't have a video actually on this location. This summer we'll probably hit up this location. I'll show you another piece. Here's what you can find at Blominat. This is like the amethyst, orange jasper Blominat stuff. It's really beautiful stuff. This is the same stuff, comes from the same slide there. Really awesome material. So got two pieces of this we're going to cut today. It always has really nice banding in it. Even the pieces that don't have amethyst, you get some nice banding. So anyway, we're going to cut some of that. Last but not least, I have this odd one here. This is a piece of dolomite with lots of pyrite and galena in it. Also some calcite, as you can see there. This is from the secret mine. If you've seen any of our early videos from early on in the life of the channel, we did some secret mine videos, which is a mine that I was working at. And yeah, we had some hunts in the waste piles. And we found this beauty one day in the waste pile, and it's pretty much what it is. It's waste. There's a little bit of galena in there, which would be ore, but for the most part, it's full of pyrite, which is iron, and not good for the mill. So anyway, this is something we're going to cut. I've always meant to cut this just to see what it looks like windowed, and I think it's going to look really cool. Don't know what it's going to do to my saw. It's really heavy, but all the elements within the rock are soft, so I'm hoping it doesn't do that big of a number on my saw, but we'll see. I'm also at the end of the life on the saw blade on the High-Tech Diamond 10-inch slab saw right now, so I might have to change the blade. We'll see. We'll see how we go with all this stuff. But let's head over to the saw now and get started on these. Okay, so we made those cuts, and let's take a look at these together. We'll start with the lobster hole stuff. So first piece up, I actually cut 2 windows on this one. So the first side I cut it on was this length side here, so that's what it looked like there, and then boom, here's what it looks like cut. So again, this is from the lobster hole. You guys have seen us, if you watch our videos, you've seen us at this location many times. Terry's come with us a bunch of times. So I also cut a window on this side because I saw some better red flame. And you can see the red flame is a lot better on there. And then it's got some, looks like some caverns of whiter chalcedony in there. Probably some agate. If I cut that another slab in there, I might reveal some banding maybe. But that's the first lobster hole piece. Pretty nice. I'll probably end up keeping this piece as is, and I'll take it to the... I might put it in the tumbler, or might contour polish it. Just get a little... polish it around every side. Who knows? This I might try to get a cab out of here. Next piece from the lobster hole. You can see a little bit of banding there. And this, again, typical lobster hole stuff. Pretty cool. I like how it's got this black, almost looks like opal. It looks like this black opal at the bottom there. I have found black opal at the lobster hole before, so could be that, a little bit of banding going on in there. I will show close-up pictures at the end of the video, so if you stay tuned till the end, you'll see these close up. Some really zoomed-in shots. Next piece is pretty similar, but I'll show you anyway. The black banding of that opal in the bottom is much more prominent in this piece. No fracturing, which is great. This potentially could be a cab-worthy piece. I cut it to the proper width for a cab. So that's pretty cool. And here's the other side. Thicker side. Might cut that in 2 again, get some keychains out of this one. We'll see. And we'll go to this piece next. This one was a bit different. But one thing I want to show with this one is pretty cool when you show it backlit. I have to point it up to the ceiling, so just bear with me here. You can see all the inclusions going on in there. Pretty cool. You can see how clear the chalcedony actually is. This one may also be cab worthy. And last of the lobster hole stuff, it pretty much shattered as soon as I started cutting it, but I was able to get one decent window. Here's what the rough side looks like. You can see really cool banding. And then on the other side, we got this really cool feature going on. There's definitely, on the lobster hole, there's definitely that nice black opal that's seamed in there sometimes. Would have been really cool to find a bigger piece of this, like thicker. But this one, unfortunately, is probably only tumbler worthy. Probably won't even put it in a tumbler. I might just polish it as is, that one. Could always make a little pendant like that, maybe. Love the lobster hole seam agates. They're always got some cool colors going on in them. So that's the lobster hole stuff. Next, let's do this tree rock piece. So the tree rock piece, you can see it had some banding going on there. And wasn't disappointed. Beautiful banding in that. I think the tree rock seam agate, other than Blominat's, because Blominat is so special and spectacular, and the golden flame, other than the Blominat and the golden flame, I think tree rock is the nicest seam agate we have in Nova Scotia. As far as the banding that you can get within the seam, it's incredible. This is a very good example. Here's the other side. So these are going to make really nice cabs. It's a perfect thickness. It's about, you know, right there, that's about 30 to 40 centimeters thick. So yeah, it's going to be pretty good. So that tree rock seam agate did not disappoint. In the comments, if you want to rate your favorite or just pick your favorite one of these cuts today, go ahead down below. Leave your comment. Let me know. Let's go to this piece of Blominat, because this Blominat seam, it pretty much fractured. But one thing I wanted to show, I didn't cut any more off it because I didn't want to lose any more. But one thing I wanted to show was with this right here. Let me get it wet. Now, as I showed in the beginning of the video, you can see there's some spectacular amethyst that comes in these Blominat seams. Not every piece has it. This one looked pretty white on the surface, but when I cut it, you can see a little bit of amethyst poking through right there in that little pocket of agate there. So you just never know when you cut these open what you might hit. That's just a small little example, but in a bigger piece, they're definitely worth cutting. So unfortunately this one's pretty fractured up. You can see it's pretty fractured there, so yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. That'll no matter what I do with that, it's going to break up. So this might be a loss, but anyway, it was cool to open it up. Let's take a look at this piece of Blominat seam agate. This turned out spectacular. Just an array of different colors going on in there. Yellows, whites, reds, pinks, a little bit of purple, some banding. Beautiful piece there. Probably cut another little window off there. That's definitely going to be cab worthy. Can cut some more off there. Yeah, pretty happy with that. That one turned out really nice. And last but not least, this big hunk of sulfide mineral, plus some calcite in there, I think. Again, this is from the secret mine site. It's a lead zinc mine, and this is waste material. There's a lot of pyrite in this piece, a little bit of calcite, so some gangue mineral. Anyway, let's go wash it off, and we'll take a look at what it looks like. Okay, you can see all that heavy pyrite action there. Looks like it's kind of localized and some banding there. You get some of this mudstone slash limestone in the middle here, dolostone. So let's open it up, and here's what we got. You can see we bisected those pyrite crystals pretty nicely. You can see the shapes there. What I found really interesting were, well, you see some square pyrite crystals in there, but you can also see some kind of outline of maybe some octahedral crystals. But what was cool was this row, like right at the edge of this seam here, this kind of calcite seam, you see this crystals growing right on the edge of the seam. Really cool. Down here as well. And you get some in the middle. So that's pretty cool. I'll probably leave that just slabbed like that. These don't take very good polish because of how soft the material is. My saw cut through this like butter, so it really wasn't difficult to cut this. It's very soft material, probably not worth polishing, but pretty cool to see it sectioned out like that. So I'm happy with this. I'll just leave it displayed out like that kind of thing. So those are the cuts. Again, we haven't done a video like this in a while. Kind of want to get back to doing this kind of thing. I got a lot of material in buckets that I've never really looked at since we collected it, so it's really good to go through this. Like, I forget about a lot of these pieces that I find and that the boys find. Sometimes they just throw stuff in their bucket and we never see it again for a year, and then we're going through stuff trying to clean stuff out and we find it. So it's good to, you know, have these videos every now and then. It's fun to kind of explore these pieces together with everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you do, leave a comment below. Let us know what your favorite piece was today. And if you're interested in high-tech diamond, we have a link in the description that'll take you to the website. It's our affiliate link, and you can get yourself 10% off accessories. So if you already have a machine, or if you're going to buy a machine and you want to buy some blades or whatever, you can use the code RHLIFE at checkout, and it'll get you 10% discount on your order. Just a little thank you for watching the channel and supporting the channel. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one.